Priscus was succeeded by his son-in-law Servius Tullius, Rome's second king of Etruscan birth, and the son of a slave. Like his father-in-law, Servius fought successful wars against the Etruscans. He used the booty to build the first wall all around the 7 hills of Rome, the Pomorum. He also reorganized the army. A map of the city of the 4 regions, roughly corresponding to the city limits during the later kingdom. The division is traditionally, though probably incorrectly, attributed to Servius Tullius. The 7 hills of Rome are shown in green, with Latin names. Servius Tullius instituted a new constitution, further developing the citizen classes. He instituted Rome's first census, which divided the population into 5 economic classes, and formed the centuriate assembly. He used a census to divide the population into 4 urban tribes based on location, thus establishing the tribal assembly. He also oversaw the construction of the Temple of Diana on the Aventine Hill. Servius' reforms made a big change in Roman life, voting rights based on socio-economic status, favoring Julites. However, over time, Servius increasingly favored the poor in order to gain support from plebeians, often at the expense of patricians. After a 44-year reign, 32, Servius was killed in a conspiracy by his daughter Tullia and her husband Lucius Tarquinius Superbus. 38, Lucius Tarquinius Superbus. Map of Italy around 500 BC. The 7th and final king of Rome was Lucius Tarquinius Superbus. He was the son of Priscus and the son-in-law of Servius, whom he and his wife had killed. 39. Tarquinius waged a number of wars against Rome's neighbors, including against the Volsci, Gabii and the Ruculi. He also secured Rome's position as head of the Latin cities. He also engaged in a series of public works, notably the completion of the Temple of Jupiter Optimus Maximus, and works on the Cloaca Maxima and the Circus Maximus. However, Tarquin's reign is remembered for his use of violence and intimidation to control Rome and his disrespect for Roman custom and the Roman Senate. 40. Tensions came to a head when the king's son, Sextus Tarquinius, raped Luretia, wife and daughter to powerful Roman nobles. Luretia told her relatives about the attack, and committed suicide to avoid the dishonor of the episode. 4 men, led by Lucius Junius Brutus and including Lucius Tarquinius Collatinus, Publius Valerius Poplicola, and Spurius Lucretius Tricipitinus, incited a revolution that deposed and expelled Tarquinius and his family from Rome in 509 BC. 41. Tarquin was viewed so negatively that the word for king, rex, held a negative connotation in the Latin language until the fall of the Roman Empire. 42. Lucius Junius Brutus and Lucius Tarquinius Collatinus became Rome's first consuls, marking the beginning of the Roman Republic. This new government would survive for the next 500 years until the rise of Julius Caesar and Augustus, and would cover a period during which Rome's authority and area of control extended to cover vast areas of Europe, North Africa, and West Asia. 43. He ruled 25 years. 32. Public offices after the monarchy. The Capitoline Brutus, an ancient Roman bust from Capitoline museums, is traditionally identified as a portrait of Lucius Junius Brutus. In order to replace the leadership of the kings, a new office was created with title of consul. Initially, the consuls possessed all of the king's powers in the form of 2 men, elected for a 1-year term, who could veto each other's actions. Later, the consuls' powers were broken down further by adding other magistrates that each held a small portion of the king's original powers. First among these was the praetor, which removed the consuls' judicial authority from them. Next came the censor, which stripped from the consuls the power to conduct the census. The Romans instituted the idea of a dictatorship. A dictator would have complete authority over civil and military matters within the Roman Imperium. Since he was not legally responsible for his actions as a dictator, he was unquestionable. However, the power of the dictator was so absolute that ancient Romans were hesitant in electing one, reserving this decision only to times of severe emergencies. Although this seems similar to the roles of a king, dictators of Rome were limited to serving a maximum 6-month term limit. Contrary to the modern notion of a dictator as a usurper, Roman dictators were freely chosen, usually from the ranks of consuls. During turbulent periods when one-man rule proved more efficient, the king's religious powers were given to 2 new offices, the Rex Sacrorum and the Pontifex Maximus. The Rex Sacrorum was the de jure highest religious official for the Republic. His sole task was to make the annual sacrifice to Jupiter, a privilege that had been previously reserved for the king. The Pontifex Maximus, however, was the de facto highest religious official and held most of the king's religious authority. He had the power to appoint all Vestal Virgins, Flamens, Pontiffs, and even the Rex Sacrorum himself. By the beginning of the 1st century BC, the Rex Sacrorum was all but forgotten, and the Pontifex Maximus given almost complete religious authority over the Roman religion. Notes and references. Palatine.
Good. So I will try to make a video on my language Danish about this, but not now, because the weather is super nice. So I think I'll go out shopping a bit and buy a little bit candy for tonight and more cola in this Netto shop. So and I need a sound saving. So I will stop the video.